Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coin's on my mind. My coin base the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move with the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash raises ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on. What up, y'all? What's good? Oh, shoot, my bad, D. What up, everybody? We back.
Good.
We back. Kylo, happy birthday, Kylo. I seen your birthday in there earlier. I had meant to tell you happy birthday.
Happy birthday, happy born day.
To Kylo. But yeah, so y'all, we back. We back. If you didn't watch the first live from Friday, the one we do in the early afternoon, morning for some, go back and watch that live when Kurt started talking. Just go fast forward to Kurt. Within that conversation, Kurt tells you that that the market structure bill wasn't coming until next year. So boom, Kurt was right again. And he also tells you that, it is a certain asset, XRP, that already has regulatory clarity and they don't need a market structure bill. So potentially, maybe it's gonna happen. Whatever's getting ready to cause whatever, XRP goes up when the rest of the market is red. That could potentially happen because it has clarity. They need liquidity. Liquidity is like the main thing that they need. So it makes sense. It does. It kind of makes sense when you actually sit here and think about it. But it's like people just, some people would disagree, but I see what he was saying now since it came into fruition and it's official. I know my Wi-Fi ain't lagging again. Jesus Christ.
It's everybody's. It's everybody's at this point.
Jeez. Sorry, y'all. My Wi-Fi lagging. Sorry. I can't. It's nothing I can do. I try. I got the highest internet possible. I spend a lot of money on internet every month. But yeah. So here we are. So we're gonna talk about it because the Senate. So Kurt was right again. The Senate has put the market structure bill into next year. Tim according to Tim Scott. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. We're gonna get right into it.
Who are you talking about?
So you look fine on YouTube and TikTok. Okay, cool. It might just be me then. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull up the tweet first, and then we're gonna go over an article regarding this as well. Shout out to Daniel for the super chat.
Appreciate it.
Said Ripple has clarity. Japan carry trade. XRP and SBR are locked. XRP is the Phoenix. I'm holding all the way down and riding it back up. Exactly. Yeah, it can either be that carry trade, or it could be oil. One or two catalysts. Also keep in mind, on the 19th, they're supposed to release the Epstein files. Now, I'm only bringing that up because they said he might have had something to do with the whole Bitcoin situation. So I don't know. That's on Friday. So we're gonna see. All I know is XRP has clarity. So that's all I do know. So yeah, so we got the tweet here from Eleanor over here. So it says here in a statement, a Senate Banking Committee spokesperson confirmed my reporting this morning that the banking GOP will not hold a market structure markup this year. So Chairman Scott and the Senate Banking Committee have made strong progress with Democratic counterparts on bipartisan digital asset market structure legislation. From the outset, Chairman Scott has been clear that this effort should be bipartisan. He has consistently and patiently engaged in good faith discussions to produce a strong bipartisan product that provides clarity for the digital asset industry and also makes America the crypto capital of the world. The committee is continuing to negotiate and looks forward to a markup in early 2026. Now, this is when I know Brian Armstrong is the biggest capper in America, because if 90% of them was on board and on the same page as he was claiming, this bill would have got done a couple weeks ago. 90%, if they was all supposed to be on the same page, this should have been done. So I'm calling Brian Armstrong a capper. He don't need no more, which is exactly why I tweeted what I tweeted and said, I want him to shut up. You know what I'm saying? I want him to shut up. You just want people to buy crypto on your goddamn exchange. That's all the fuck it is. I want you to be quiet at this point, because I don't know what the hell you was talking about. So yeah. Y'all. So we'll get into it. Let me get to the article real quick.
Damn.
Just tell y'all right now, straight up. Now at this point, since we officially know it's getting pushed into 2026, just go ahead and put March in your head, because y'all know how long these people take to get shit done. And we don't.
She said put March.
Yeah, go ahead and put March in your head. We don't know how long it's gonna take them to get it done. We don't know what catalyst is gonna happen in between time and all this shit. So y'all know how this shit could go. You know what I'm saying? Because we should have had this done. They used that government shutdown to push this back, and that's the reason why it's getting pushed back. It was just like, so we see what they be doing. They're literally trying to mentally fatigue people out of this market. They really are.
They are. That's evident at this point with this shit.
For sure. Okay, here's the article right here. All right, so the Senate punts crypto market structure bill to next year. So the U.S. Senate pushes crypto market structure bill into next year. So the U.S. Senate has delayed the markup and vote on the long-anticipated crypto market structure bill until early 2026, meaning no Senate hearing will happen this month, pushing progress on a federal crypto regulatory framework into the new year. I'm not shocked, because most of them are getting ready to take off work for the holidays or for Christmas. Probably after today. Y'all know they love to take off. Like, they just want off. They was off in August, and they was off another month and a half. Like, they get the most vacations. Like, God damn, I should have worked in Congress, because boy, they don't never work. They never work. So this legislation intended to define comprehensive rules for digital assets, clarify how crypto markets are regulated, and address oversight between agencies like the SEC and the CFTC. And it had been expected to advance before year end, but lawmakers will now revisit it in the next session. So markups are postponed. So the Senate won't hold its scheduled market structure hearing this month, delaying the vote until 2026. So negotiations are still ongoing. Bipartisan leadership has been working on draft language and committee review for weeks, but finalization remains unfinished as Congress winds down for the year. So in broader context, even though this bill is delayed, other digital asset legislation like the Genius Act for stablecoins and related digital asset frameworks has made progress, and lawmakers remain engaged on regulatory clarity for crypto. So this matters because a comprehensive crypto market structure bill could finally bring unified federal rules clarifying where digital assets fit under U.S. financial law, how exchanges are regulated, and how different agencies coordinate oversight. So pushing the timeline into 2026 means the industry's regulatory framework is still in play, and momentum could resume soon. So stay tuned, as the start of the next congressional session could be a major catalyst for U.S. crypto law. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned, because it's coming. It's coming. They just wanted to get this in 2020. They're trying to like directly line this up with midterms. Like, they want the markets is like, y'all know Trump want to make history. He probably want the markets to be as high as they've ever been. Right. As high as they've ever been going into midterms. And that's why, this is getting postponed into 2026. So we just gonna wait till next year. Huh?
Good point. Shout out to Daniel again with the super chat. He said, I got June in my head around the World Cup time. Forgot about that shit too.
Oh, World Cup. Yeah. But June, that's a little far out for them to have been, you know what I'm saying? But it could be, because it could be catalyst in between all of that. That's the thing. We don't know what's gonna happen in between all of that, because they do have to usher in this upgrade or this, this new system. So we don't know what the catalyst is gonna be. So it could be June. No, it could be right for sure. Yeah. So yeah, y'all. So that's your market structure update for the year.
She said for the year.
for the year. You know, unless something happens, we'll talk about it again. Don't be surprised if they pull a okie doke and they magically just get it done for an emergency. You heard it here. Don't be surprised if they pull a okie doke and they got to get it done in an emergency. Okay. Because this right here definitely is a Debbie Downer in the market. So I wouldn't be surprised if something transpired and they had to go do emergency regulations. That has gotten that term has gotten thrown around multiple times. So I wouldn't so I'm gonna still be paying attention. Don't get me wrong, but that might be our last time talking about it for the year, possibly. So Leon said they are setting up XRP, only asset with clarity, only one that can be used comfortably by institutions. Bingo. Leon, we on the same page, brother. We on the same page. So yeah, we can get into it real quick. So let's talk about the we got some more articles though. We're gonna stay positive. It's gonna get done. XRP got clarity. I ain't worried. And then with that, we're gonna move on to the next article. So let's talk about this stablecoin market cap. So stablecoin market cap nears $310 billion at record highs despite crypto crash. Despite crypto crash. So
the stablecoin market has hit a record 310 billion. Just like you said. 309.8 to be exact, according to DeFi Llama today. So this is a new all-time high. This is up 0.44% in the past 24 hours, while even spot prices crashed. So the year-to-date growth is up 51% from $205.2 billion on January 1st, 2025. That's a 2x. That's more than 2x versus the levels around December of 2023 to January 2024, right? And the leader, of course, is Tether. USDT is still the leader of the pack, regardless of what we say about them, right? Or regardless of what we feel, because stablecoins are designed to stay at $1, right? Meaning mostly supply is up, meaning that more addresses are acquiring stablecoins either by swapping from other crypto assets or injecting fresh USD into that crypto. Right. So the cash and liquidations backdrop was on, today the market saw another sharp drop, 185,000 traders affected in 24 hours. So $650 million worth of derivative positions were liquidated. $558 million they were longs. Right. So, and Bitcoin had a total of $222 million worth of total liquidations in the past 24 hours. Right. That's crazy. And then, Bitcoin fell below 86. I'm not sure where it's at right now. Is it still below 86? Let me see. Hold on real quick. Bitcoin price.
I think it's right at 86,000.
Oh, no, it's right at 86. It's still, it's still at 86.5. So, despite this flush, the stablecoin cap keeps rising, which implies that some capital does not leave to fiat. But a significant part rotates to stables instead of fully leaving the ecosystem. So they know they're gonna use those. They know they're gonna use crypto. So that's why they just were like, okay, let's go into something more stable, right? Let's put a lot of money over here, or wherever we're gonna put it. But we're not gonna put it back into fiat. It makes no sense at this point. And then support and evidence of this underlying demand is, another tie-in is that crypto and ETPs and investment products. We're talking about 3 straight weeks of inflows. We had touched on that a little bit earlier with Bitcoin at 522 million in weekly inflows, and XRP ETPs is at 245 million. We talked about that earlier. And then institutional ETH accumulation. So Bitmine Immersion added $320 million worth of Ethereum, pushing its treasury to almost 4 million Ethereum. Bam. And then Visa, which we talked about earlier, had just launched a stablecoin advisory practice for banks and fintechs to help them adopt and integrate stablecoins together. Taken with the $310 billion stablecoin cap, the pattern is spot prices and perp longs getting nuked, but ETP flows are positive. Institutional treasuries are buying. Stablecoin infrastructure is being formalized by Visa and all these other big names. And stablecoin supply is at all-time high, man. So you can feel what you want about the market, but Fam, they keeping that money in a certain places for a reason right now.
Exactly. Why are you saying that? Because somebody thinks for some this is wishful thinking. Okay, let me say this. I won't say it won't go back to 54 cents. I doubt it goes back to 54 cents. You're not gonna see if you missed that train. If you caught XRP at 50 something cent, be thankful you did. It ain't going back there though. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Is all I'm saying. I doubt it. I doubt they let people get in at 50 something cent. We're talking about XRP. We talk about XRP. That's what they said in 2020. Okay, and that stuff is over, gang. That lawsuit, all the turbulence is over. We're at integration. Do you understand where we are now? We're at like the banks and blockchain are merging as we speak. Them days is over.
Yeah.
That's it. So think you're getting the 54 cent XRP. You can pray for it. And if it happens, it ain't gonna be there long, and that would be strictly for institutions. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like your order ain't gonna go through. Gang, what was that time a couple months ago when everybody was trying to? It had dropped to like $1.84. Mad people couldn't get it. They like because it won't for you. So if it does drop to 54 cents, that's why I said that's why I said it won't. It ain't for you.
It won't for you, yo.
Through, and that is when that supply shock probably will happen. I'm telling you, if it do drop to 54 cents, your ass ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying? It went down to $1.15 2 months ago. How long did it stay there? How long did XRP stay at the dollar? And how many people actually got in? Some people were successful, but some people did not get in, gang. That because them dips do not be for y'all. So it ain't going to. It's not 54 cents. Okay, if it goes there, it ain't for you. I'm telling you, it ain't for you. If you get it, you lucked up. You just happen to have been buying at the exact moment it happened and got lucky. But yeah, exactly. Surreal said, no, seriously, I was fighting to put in $1,000 on Coinbase. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Cheney said 0.0001 seconds. Like, it did not stay there long at all because those dips are not for y'all. Y'all's dip was when everybody was scared and fearful in 2020 that you're talking about. That was your opportunity to get XRP at, I think it went down to like 12 cents or 18 cents. I think it was 18 cents. Went down to 18 cents. And then it had, then it was in that 18 to 30 cent range for a minute. And then they pumped it up because too many people was getting in. And then it stayed at that 30 to 56 cent range that was your window of opportunity. If you didn't get it then, that was your buy time. Now, if it goes back to that price, that's not your buy. That's not for you. That's for institutions.
That's not for you. That's for the institutions.
And that supply shock will happen. That supply shock will happen. And you and there ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be no more supply anyway. So good luck. Good luck. So I would just be accumulating, not financial advice, but I would accumulate while you can. I would be happy.
Oh. Yo. I can't hear you.
Let me see. Because I had Bitcoin up. Hold on. My internet is about to piss me off.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we can. Yep.
You can hear me? Yeah. Let me hold on. Yeah. Let me tell everybody in the house to turn their internet off. Hold on.
Earth shit, guys. Earth shit. We still live on planet Earth where you gotta deal with shit like this. I'm pretty sure there's technologies, there's civilizations with technologies that's just way more advanced than this shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know for a fact. Somebody said she fine. Nah, she was going in and out. Especially, over here on YouTube. I couldn't hear her. Wakanda. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Cool. Wakanda.
Time for Starlink. Exactly. Hey, that's crazy because I was really thinking about Starlink. Yeah. I was really thinking about switching to Starlink because Verizon ain't hitting on shit. Verizon ain't getting no nothing, gang.
Yeah.
And I don't qualify for some reason where I live. Don't qualify for fiber, so I can't get fiber.
Now,
what y'all was talking about? My bad.
Nah, I was just saying this is like Earth shit, and we were just talking about the civilization. I was just saying like there's civilizations that's far more advanced technology wise than where we at right now.
Oh yeah,
shit that we dealing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So exactly. So there's too much that's evident now for the price to drop that low. Realistically, exactly. It's way too much way too much conviction. Way too much conviction. AT&T satellite is half the price of Starlink. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to look into something because it's about to make me mad. And I got my little free promotion off Verizon anyway, so now I'm finna run off on their ass. Now I'm finna run off on them because this is crazy. They know they internet ass too. That's why they got them good promotions. They sent me a free Nintendo Switch. Not gonna turn down a free game. Okay. All right, y'all. So my bad. Where we was at? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so we'll go to this next article. So Bitcoin ETFs are underwater. So Bitcoin ETFs are 60% underwater, creating $100 billion distressed house of cards.
Damn. So yeah. So basically, what's happening here is with Bitcoin sitting around 86K, roughly 60% of spot Bitcoin ETF inflows are now underwater, and investors are carrying $100 billion in unrealized losses. A stress regime similar to post FTX 2022 period, right? So basically, of course, like I said, Bitcoin's at 86, and then the ETF and true market mean cluster. So the ETF average inflow cost basis is approximately 80 to 82,000. So those same zones are on chain as true market mean. So that's where a large chunk of institutional positioning sits at or near break even. So the implication here is when price hovers at or below, cost basis, realized losses climb, and some players exit into bounces or liquidity can thin. And if that zone fails, it can accelerate downside instead of acting as support. Damn. And then Bitwise estimates that 152 billion in unrealized losses, which is 6.6% of Bitcoin's market cap after 35% drawdown. This puts cumulative cycle losses around $765 billion. And then so yeah, basically, it's just a lot of losses right now, fam. It's a lot of losses just across the board. They get into just some more technical stuff. I don't want to, but I will say that from a macro sense, Reuters pointed out that Bitcoin versus the S&P 500 correlation in 2025 is about 0.50 versus 0.29 in 2024. And the translation is pretty much that Bitcoin drawdowns are increasingly tied to equity regimes and macro shocks, not only crypto native events. So it's some other shit going on. And then Bank of America expects 2 or more rate cuts in June and July of 2026. So the 2026 rate path becomes central for all risk assets, including Bitcoin. So put together, they argue that this is the most negative stress environment since 2022. And then the underwater cap is concentrated in ETFs, miners, treasury companies, and these cohorts are sensitive to price and funding. And if Bitcoin is more tightly wired to macro risk than a year ago. So basically, they're saying that this time period that we're in right now is comparable to 2022.
So Coop said BTC ETFs are dumb because it's them versus black. I bid ETF, you not beating that. No, it's a fact.
Yeah. 100.
Yeah, for sure. Damn.
Well, ETFs in general, I feel like ETFs in general is, especially, at least on the crypto side, is kind of like I guess Yeah.
Well, you with me? Well,
Might
we
as well
all
just
know
hold the
that.
asset.
Yeah, we all know that the ETFs are really for the masses when they catch on, they want them to go the ETF route. That's what the ETFs are for. Not for
Right.
they don't want them to get it the way we got it. So
Right.
okay, cool. All right, bet. So let me
So
so
does
we
it go
got
lower?
what'd you say? I must
I
be
said, does it
delayed.
go lower? A little bit, yeah.
Does what?
Yeah.
Does Bitcoin go lower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I know Coop is in here. Matter of fact, while we own Bitcoin, let's bring Coop up real quick so he can give us a little chart analysis on Bitcoin. See if we can get a chart analysis from Coop real quick. What up, Coop? What's good?
What's good,
Peace.
bro?
What up, sis?
What's good? Nah, I ain't know if you wanted to get him a little chart analysis on Bitcoin right quick.
Well, I ain't staring directly at it, but I looked at it earlier today, and it's still bearish. I think it's gonna get down to about late 70s, early 80s, and then trying to find some stability. But I think Bitcoin might be getting ready to enter a bear market into October. So we'll see how that
Okay.
pan out. I think 2026 may be a bear year if we don't get some information, like wartime news or something like that just like dramatically drop the market and then let it recover. Then 2026 is just gonna be a bear year, and we might not recover until like November, which is
Right on time for midterms.
Yeah, well, that's how the game worked. You know what I'm saying? It was a surprise that we got, the market, all of the markets to do what they've done since the election, because typically that first 2 years is a down year because they like to make it go up the last 2 years so people remember them. But so this was a little different than what the markets normally do.
Right.
But all of the situations is different. But yeah. I mean, it's gonna be plenty of opportunity to make money on the way down. Obviously, if you
trade,
if you're trading. But yeah, I mean, anything can happen, sis. But right now the charts is looking like a bearish 2026
for Bitcoin or for the whole crypto market.
Well, listen, here go the thing, right? Here go the thing. So if anything is go decouple from Bitcoin and everything is, now everything can do their own thing. If it can't do it when Bitcoin hit this bear market, it ain't gonna do it because all of the liquidity is available. Because I just think I look at Bitcoin and I look at the SPY. That typically Bitcoin indicates where the crypto market is going. The SPY indicates where the stock market is going. Now, it can't predict everything, so there's going to be some outliers and all of that. You know what I mean? There's going to be some things that's going to go up. I know weed stocks probably getting ready to go up no matter what the market doing because it looked like they getting ready to, pass it.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. So the weed market definitely about to go up.
Yeah, so it ain't no telling. I think when Bitcoin go down, the crypto market go down with it. But anything that's decoupling or now they got their own business going and they got their own shit situated, you know what I'm saying? Ethereum could still go higher if Bitcoin go lower if smart contracts and RWAs pick up. You know what I'm saying? So like Bitcoin entering a bear market in 2026 is going to be good for anything that's going to get away from Bitcoin. If it don't get away from Bitcoin during Bitcoin's bear market, it's probably stuck in that ecosystem. I mean, in that gravity altogether.
100.
Yeah, because Bitcoin, if it enter a bear market, we gonna get it down to probably about 50.
Oof. Oof. Well,
which only sound bad when we just seen it at 123, but
right.
It don't sound bad if we just pretend like it was August.
You know that nothing sounds worse to me than what happened in when we took that 85% drop. I'm talking about the whole market when everything dropped. So that it going to 50 is like, okay, y'all be all right. like we've been through worse.
Oh my God, it's a crash. Remember? I remember that point. Bitcoin was at 15K.
Yeah, 15,475.
Yep.
That thing dip. Everything.
60 was the high.
Yep. Everything dip. Everything dip, gang. So if you live through that storm in crypto, you're fine right now, gang. You just have to get through the psychological shit. Like anybody that survived crypto and that storm in crypto, this should be a cakewalk for you right now. You just got to be patient. You just really going against your patience. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's you versus you for real. If
you holding crypto from 3 years ago, if the entire market goes into a bear market in 2026, you just not rich. You still up. Everybody holding crypto from 3 years ago is up.
Right. Exactly. Forever in profit.
Yeah. So, now if you bought it this year, when Bitcoin was 123, you might not be having the best.
Yeah, for those that listen to Michael Saylor's ass, you might not like what's getting ready to happen.
No, definitely never listen to Michael Saylor when it comes to Bitcoin, because listen, I'm gonna tell you, he admittedly he says, I will forever buy the top.
Yeah.
You can't do that with him. Y'all don't have you know what I'm saying?
You don't have the capital.
That's like gambling with Michael Jordan, fam. You just can't do it, yo. You can't do it, yo.
They just bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin.
They did.
Michael Jordan. I'm not gonna say that he won that case. Speaking of, because I forgot all about that Michael Jordan. Y'all know Michael Jordan was suing NASCAR and shit.
He won. Yeah. I mean, I know it say settle, but that's a win.
Nah, that's crazy. But nah, that's a. You was buying Bitcoin at 125. Good luck.
Somebody said another year on the plantation. So I'm gonna give y'all the reminder that I always give y'all. Before you found out about this opportunity, you were gonna work until you croaked. Especially if you're under the age of 50. Okay, your plan was to work until you croak, because retirement is definitely not in our cards. We're not gonna get Social Security and all that. Most jobs don't give pensions. So that was what your plans were. You wanted to be in a nice career, stable career, and you were gonna work until you croaked. That pretty much was your future. So if you have to work another, I don't know, we're going to 2026. So if you got to work another 2 to 3 years, oh fucking well, because originally you were working until you died.
That was the original.
That was your original plan. Your original plan, contrary to popular belief. I know y'all was like, no, Queen, it was to 65 or 67. Okay, that's what they told you until they kept. Now they keep upping the retirement age and all that shit.
And inflation.
You go look at Social Security. Yeah. So yeah, whatever you say, 67 death, same thing. Because to me, working that long, no offense, but I'm just saying, like, to 67 in this day and age, it's like, bro. Like, you can still do a couple things for a couple years, but it's like, bro, let's do stuff while we're young. So for people that's under 50, remember, your plan was to work until you croaked. So again, if you gotta wait for this market another 2, 3 to 5 years, oh well. You can wait 3 to 5 years and retire, or you can work until you die. Choose one. That's only 1 or 2 ways we're gonna go. Or you'll be on UBI. I forgot that option, because a lot of people gonna lose jobs soon. I forgot about the UBI thing. So yeah, some of you may get out your job, but you'll be on UBI. So you'll be, that's the 3 ways it's gonna go. So pick one. Pick one. I'm gonna take that free UBI check though. I am gonna take that free UBI check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, KB said, man, Ash, I wanted to be done working at 30 years of age. 3 more years sound like hell. Listen, KB, I'm 31. I had set a goal to be retired before the age of 35. I think I'm gonna hit my goal. So I think you're gonna be all right. I think you might need to up it. How old are you? If you like 28, you good, gang. We already know. The bank's going full blown blockchain utility 2027. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
we're going full blockchain utility will win in the end.
Yo. Just think about it. You remember where you was when the pandemic first started. You remember where you was when it first started. That was damn near 6 years ago, fam. Honestly, that was 6 years ago. Because if you want to really, really technically think about it, the shit started popping off in 2019, where you started hearing about shit. So we're 6 years ago. We're 6 years past from that moment. It's gonna be like another 4 years until 2030.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So whatever your goal may be, that's just I turned 32 in literally 2 Mondays from now. So not next Monday, but the Monday after, I'll be 32 years old. I plan to be retired by 35. 35. So y'all be all right. Y'all be all right. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Coop. For giving us that update. Appreciate you, Gangy, for sure, because I was definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? Niggas need to hear the truth about that charts. Some of these Bitcoin people be just trying to. No, I think we can hold it from here, and then we'll go back to 97, and then if we hit 97, we're going to 130.
Everybody got numbers. Where they be getting these numbers from?
I don't know where they be getting it. But that's why I said, let me bring a truth teller up here and that's gonna tell the truth. So yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you. I'm hit you. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, there go your Bitcoin update. So I want to talk about SEC Chair Atkins real quick because he says crypto could become powerful financial surveillance tool, and he sees a path forward without giving up privacy. So let's get into it because that is a major topic in crypto is the privacy aspect. So yeah, it says so prediction markets turn opinions into prices when major platforms support them. You're watching a new layer of financial intelligence come online. So let's see. I don't know where I don't know why my thing did that, but I guess it wants me to get like a punchline. Whatever. I'm not doing that. That one was corny. I didn't like that. I'm sorry. I didn't like that. Anyway, okay. So here's what's going on. Okay, so what the SEC chair is really saying about crypto surveillance and privacy. So the SEC chair's comments are being misunderstood by a lot of people. So he's not saying crypto must become a surveillance tool. He's saying crypto can provide better oversight without recreating the invasive surveillance model of traditional finance. So that distinction matters. So I'm glad he did clarify that. So the core idea is blockchain already does something legacy finance can't. Transactions are transparent at the system level. Rules can be enforced at the protocol level. Compliance can be automated. Privacy can still exist through cryptography. So in other words, visibility doesn't require exposing personal identity. So how legacy finance handles surveillance. So today's system relies on banks collecting massive personal data, intermediaries monitoring users, manual reporting, after the fact enforcement. So this creates data honeypots, breach risk, abuse risk. So surveillance is centralized and reactive. So how crypto changes the model. So on blockchain, the ledger is transparent, transactions are audible, rules are forced automatically, identity can remain abstracted. So this allows transaction level visibility, systemic risk monitoring, illicit activity detection without constant identity exposure. And that's what the SEC chair is pointing to. So privacy is the feature, not the bug. So modern crypto systems can separate identity from transaction logic, use zero knowledge proofs, allow selective disclosure, preserve user privacy by default. So regulators don't need your full identity, your entire financial history, or direct asset access to your accounts. They can monitor flows, risk, and compliance without spying on individuals. So this signals that regulators understand the tech better. The conversation has moved past ban versus allow. The focus is now on how to regulate correctly. Privacy preserving compliance is on the table. So that's a huge shift from enforcement first narrative. So that's actually bullish. So the big picture is the future isn't no oversight or total surveillance. It's transparent systems, programmable rules, privacy by design. And for the first time, regulators are openly acknowledging that crypto might actually do this better than the legacy system. So, privacy. So basically, they're saying that they still gonna do some shit privately. Y'all ain't gonna see everything. We're gonna be transparent, but yeah, we're still only gonna allow you guys to see what we want you to see. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Programmable monies is bad. It sure is, but guess what? I ain't going outside. That's about it. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Y'all not fighting it back. So you can either capitalize off of the technology and invest in these companies, invest into the technology and become very, very wealthy and well off and save your family. Or you can sit here and just say what you just said. Programmable monies is bad.
I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all should do. What y'all should do. When y'all get off alive, y'all hit up the elders or your, if you are an elder in the family, your contemporaries within your family, within your community, and just ask them, hey, if they program money, what would you do? Just ask them that, and then come back and let us know the answer tomorrow. Just ask them that.
Right. So somebody said, so who's right, Kurt or Coop exactly? So that's why it was very important to hear what Coop was saying. Coop is saying that if they're going, if assets are going to decouple from Bitcoin, the time to do so is when Bitcoin is in a bear market. That's why y'all gotta listen to everything. All y'all heard was the market was going down. Y'all didn't hear nothing else. Y'all didn't hear nothing else he said. Yeah, y'all gotta hear everything. And I knew somebody was gonna ask, so I'm glad I scrolled back up in the comments because I was like, I knew somebody was gonna say something. So yes, y'all gotta hear everything. So
contingent on whoever's gonna decouple.
Yes. And so what we do know is now I went in that's just what it looks like right now as of December 15th. That could easily change tomorrow. That's just how the market is. It could change tomorrow. It could change on the 19th when the Epstein files drop. It could change. You know what I'm saying? It could be multiple catalysts could happen. A Japanese reverse carry trade, that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Also, we have a market structure bill that's clearly, they just said, is going to get passed in early 2026. You also got to see how the market reacts to that. So
it's just really going to drop on Friday. Because I know Trump had put it into law. It was like a 30-day thing, right? That he had put last month.
They're supposed to drop on the 19th. I don't know. We'll see. It's always a we'll see. Well, don't hold your breath. We'll see. It's supposed to drop on the 19th. We don't know. We'll see. It depends on what they're trying to do. All we know is we have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? All we know is what they told us. So no. So we're not in a bear market. We're not in a bear market, y'all. Just wait and see. We're not in a bear market. If we are, accumulate. That's what I'm gonna tell you straight up. If we're in a bear market, accumulate.
Make sure y'all hitting the like button over there on YouTube, fam. It's looking a little slack over there. Come on, fam. Last time I checked it was like 59 likes or something. It's 116 people over there, fam.
Exactly.
Don't y'all want us to grow? We don't grow without y'all sharing and liking. Just saying. I know there's a couple haters over there. I know there's a couple people just watching.
Yeah. Ash, you funny as hell. I'm just saying. I don't be trying to be funny sometimes, but for real, I just be wanting people to like listen a little bit. Just listen.
Yeah. Just
listen. You gotta pay attention to everything. That's why people talk. My dad used to say that all the time. Just let people keep talking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? We good. We good. Again, if you're early, you're good. A bear market shouldn't scare you. If you ask me, this year was kind of bearish. I mean, we went up and down, but this year was kind of bearish. We didn't
Solid like
see
a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Everything went sideways, a little up, a little down, back sideways. That was pretty much the year. You know what I'm saying? We go to 290, then we go back to 205, and then they go back to 290, and then back to 205.
That's probably like Scribble Scrabble, probably like just a whole bunch of up and down. You know, nothing going crazy.
That's crazy. So yeah, that's kind of where we at with it. So let's talk about Circle real quick. So we got Circle acquiring Interop
this was a
Labs.
good one. This was a good one. You found a real good one, Ash. Because I was actually reading it when you sent it to me. I was like, damn. Because Circle that one. When it comes to stable coins, when it comes to being the top dog, they got compliance. They are compliant within the boundaries. So basically what Circle did, Circle signs an agreement to acquire the Interop Labs team and its IP. It's IP pretty much. And it's expected to close, guess what? Early 2026. So Interop Labs background. So they're core initial developers of the Axlar network. Remember, we talked about Axlar way back. I think shout out to, I think it was Aquaman that had talked extensively about Axlar or somebody else. But yeah, I know he was talking about it. So Axlar Network, which is a leading cross-chain messaging plus token transfer stack. What moves where? So into Circle, Interop Labs, people plus their tech. So what stays with Axlar is the Axlar Network, the Axlar Foundation, the AXL token, and the Axlar's protocol IP remains open source and community governed. So how this plugs into Circle's product stack is, ARC. ARC is Circle's own chain, right? So it's a purpose-built blockchain for stablecoin finance. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. It's a purpose-built blockchain for stablecoin finance, right? This is why DeFi is gonna be, gonna explode, right? This is part of the reason right here because of a company like Circle. So enterprise-grade payment focus designed as an operating system for the internet economy. And then Interop Labs, talent and technology should improve ARC's native interoperability, making ARC a better hub for multi-chain USDC liquidity and other assets, right? And then you got the CCTP, who's the cross-chain transfer protocol, right? Circle's protocol that lets you burn USDC on one chain, mint USDC on another chain without third-party custodial bridges. Then with Interop Stack, the CCTP can integrate more chains faster, handle more complex multi-hop and multi-asset flows, and then compete more directly with generic cross-chain frameworks like Axlar, Wormhole, Layer 0, etc. at the USDC native layer. Do not bet against BlackRock and Circle and Coinbase. You're going to lose. They're going to run the world. I mean, BlackRock already runs the world. Circle and Coinbase is following after. I'm just saying.
Bingo.
What's going to happen to Axlar is, like I said, they're going to keep their network and everything intact. So it's going to remain independent, community governed, and open source protocol. We'll see. Once you get in bed with these big corporations, fam, how much independent are you really, right? Once you start breaking bread with a lot of these companies that got billions, if not trillions of dollars, I guess you could stay independent for what they allow you, right? The AXL token, the Axlar Foundation and on-chain governance will stay as is. So not financial advice, maybe AXL is something that you would look into, maybe. So the protocol IP stays open to the community, and the common prefix, which is another long-term contributor, becomes the primary dev shop, taking over many of Interop Labs' current XLR responsibilities. And then Common Prefix has history with major infrastructure projects such as XRP, Sui, Flashbots, Babylon, Build on Bitcoin, etc. So this is not their first walk in the park. They've worked with XRP. They worked with Sui. They worked with a couple other companies, right? So this is not Circle buying XLR. It's Circle hiring and acquiring one of the main development companies behind it, while XLR continues as a public good maintained by multiple entities. Just like we always say, all these blockchains and companies that are going to be winners and shit like that, they all gonna have some type of role to play at some point, right? There's gonna be a lot of winners. You just gotta pick the right ones. That's it.
Bingo. Multiple winners for you crypto game bangers, because that's what I'm calling y'all. Crypto game bangers. Multiple winners. Thank you, D. Appreciate y'all for the gifts. Appreciate y'all for the gifts.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Y'all ran it up over there. Appreciate y'all.
All right, so we got crypto bank Anchorage. So Anchorage acquired Securitized Wealth Management Unit. So we got, let's see what's going on with this. I thought that was interesting when I came across this. So Anchorage just took a big step toward full wealth and asset management services. So crypto bank Anchorage has acquired the wealth management unit of Securitized, and this is not a small deal. So Anchorage isn't just expanding. It's moving into regulated wealth services, meaning Anchorage can now serve high net worth clients. It can offer managed portfolios, trust services, and advisory functions. It enters the world of regulated financial intermediation, not just custody. So this is the kind of vertical integration you see when a crypto native institution stops being crypto fringe and becomes full service finance comparable to traditional wealth management firms. So why this matters right now? So we're not talking about a random acquisition. So this reflects a broader shift. So crypto financial institutions are building real regulated financial products. Wealth management is no longer separate from digital assets. It's integrated. And you have traditional investors can now access crypto infrastructure with institutional rigor. Anchorage is now custody plus compliance plus asset management. So that's the value stack institutional capital wants before it deploys significant funds. So Anchorage is becoming a full financial platform. So this move aligns with stablecoin issuance under federal charter, institutional custody under U.S. bank supervision, regulatory clarity for tokenized assets, demand for compliance-first investment services. So we're seeing the creation of a true digital asset financial institution, not just a custodial service. So Anchorage is no longer just a crypto bank. It's becoming the digital asset equivalent of a full wealth manager. So that's pretty much what Anchorage is got going on. So they got with Securitized, which y'all know is we talked about Securitized before. So I'll go to the website. That way y'all can see Securitized ain't no joke. Securitized one of the ones they snuck in on folks. It's like if you knew, you knew. Go to their website real quick. So here's Securitize's website. So as y'all can see, they have $4 billion plus in tokenized assets already. So they're backed by BNY, Morgan Stanley, Blockchain Capital, Vanek, Science Blockchain, BlackRock. There you go. That's what y'all needed to see. BlackRock. There you go. So and I believe they already like SEC regulated. Like they got SEC regulated when crypto was the wild, wild west. Just like how the hell y'all get that? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is struggling to get this type of clarity. Like,
that's some people.
What?
That's why you read the list.
Yeah.
That's some folks over there, man.
They really gonna push tokenization. So like you can go to sites like this because a lot of people not hip, and it's showing you like they're gonna push the hell out of tokenization next year. Like that tokenize your portfolio. They already sitting here showing you that's what's all up and down their website. Tokenization as a service. Right here, learn more. You know what I'm saying? They really gonna be pushing tokenization. But this is so this Securitized. So if you got some free time, definitely head over to that site so you can see, if you're not hip, so you can see like, bro, these people, nobody talks about Securitized that much. They're not really like a mainstream crypto type of topic unless you know what I'm saying, if you know, you know. But so shout out to Anchorage, the crypto bank. So that was a hell of a move right there. That was a chess move right there. That was a chess move for sure. I had an article about crypto.com. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So crypto.com. So crypto.com to launch prediction market intelligence platform with ER shares signal markets. Now I know Crow had a little I wouldn't call it a pump, but they were green earlier. I keep telling y'all, do not sleep on that Chronos ecosystem. Do not sleep on that Chronos ecosystem. So what this really means, so prediction markets are going mainstream. So this article is about crypto.com partnering with ER shares to support regulated prediction markets. And that's a much bigger deal than it sounds. So at a high level, prediction markets lets users trade on outcomes. So will interest rates go up or down? Will an ETF be approved? When an asset hit a certain price by a certain date. So instead of opinions, people put capital behind probabilities. So this matters because prediction markets used to be niche, offshore, lightly regulated, but now they're becoming structured, compliance first, integrated with major platforms. So crypto.com stepping into this space signals something important. Market forecasting is becoming a formal financial product, not a fringe experiment. So what changes with platforms like crypto.com? So when a major exchange gets involved, liquidity improves, price discovery becomes more accurate, institutional participation increases, regulators pay attention in a good way. So this moves prediction markets closer to derivatives, risk hedging tools, macro signaling instruments. So not gambling information markets. So why institutions care? So prediction markets are powerful because they aggregate real money beliefs. They often outperform polls and forecasts. They react faster than traditional analysts. They expose consensus and divergence in real time. So that's valuable data for traders, funds, policy analysts, and market makers. So yeah, they crypto.com getting into the prediction markets. They on that train. So crypto.com, do not lead them out. You know what I'm saying? I will not sleep on Crow, that Chronos ecosystem. You better get familiar.
Definitely get familiar because this shit is not going nowhere, and y'all gotta get on the train, fam. If you're not already. Dang, prediction markets. Yep. Yeah, we've been saying the prediction markets gonna be everywhere, yo. They're gonna be everywhere.
Yep.
Gonna be everywhere. I'm not.
People gonna be betting. People gonna be betting on everything.
I'm not the slightest bit surprised that crypto.com got involved. Crypto.com, yeah. I know people sleeping on it, like you said, but because they don't get mentioned in the likes of Coinbase and even Binance. They probably don't even get mentioned as much as even Binance, which can't even operate in the United States. But crypto.com is definitely one of those ecosystems that keep your eye
on. 100. I didn't even see D Jackson's comment. I just came back over to YouTube. Paul Atkins, the SEC chairman, is from Securitize.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
I think.
Yeah. I didn't know that, or I forgot.
Yeah. That sounds familiar. That sounds about right.
Damn, yeah, that's a little crazy. That's a little crazy. So I've been betting on I'm betting on games right now on crypto.com. Oh shit, okay. So people are using it. I wanted to try out they sports betting thing, so it's cool, it's smooth over there. I wanted to try them out, see what was going on.
That's
I was looking at it. Definitely was looking at it. Yeah, y'all. So it's smooth. Okay. Yeah, it's very simple to use. That's all I care about. Simplicity. Please be simple. But yeah, y'all, that was all the articles that we had for this evening. I did see one more thing. Before I had hopped on, I hadn't had a chance to read it, but I seen somebody in the comments bring it up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it up right quick before we go. But it looks like PayPal is PayPal to deepen small business lending push. It looked like they applying for a bank to be a bank. If I'm looking at this correctly, hold on. PayPal. Hold on, my internet moving slow. We're lagging. Hold on. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm called. I think I'm gonna look into Starlink tonight.
That's wild.
I'm about to get rid of this Verizon
You
shit.
good, you
Gang.
good on TikTok. You good on TikTok.
YouTube and TikTok is literally on the same Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you good on TikTok. I see some movement over there on TikTok, but it's just YouTube that's lagging. I don't know. Hey,
it's coming.
Hey,
whatever they doing, they might fuck with the internet. Or I think Coop said something about America don't got. Yeah, I think Coop said something about the America don't have enough energy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, here we go. All right, so here, so PayPal. So, y'all can see the article on YouTube.
Yep.
Restarted default MacBook Air microphone. What? Okay. Anyway, I don't got time for that shit. All right. So business banking push matters. So this payments article is about PayPal deepening its move into small business lending through PayPal Bank, and it signals something bigger than loans. So PayPal isn't just a payments company anymore. It's quietly becoming a full financial stack for small businesses. So what's actually happening? PayPal is expanding. So working capital loans, merchant financing, embedded lending inside its ecosystem, direct banking style services for SMB. So instead of sending businesses to a bank, PayPal is becoming the bank layer they already use. So why this is a big deal? This is actually crazy. Small businesses don't struggle because they're risky. They struggle because traditional banks move too slowly. So PayPal already sees sales data, cash flow, customer volume, and seasonality. So that means PayPal can price risk better, approve faster, lend dynamically, and adjust in real time. So this is data-driven lending, not paperwork-driven lending. So the bigger trend is this fits a pattern we're seeing everywhere. So payments platforms and banking platforms, software companies to financial institutions, and embedded finance replacing branch banking. So PayPal isn't competing with banks; it's absorbing the most profitable parts of banking. So yeah, PayPal doesn't need branches to be a bank. It already has the data, the users, and the money flow. So this tells us that financial services are moving inside platforms. Lending is becoming automated and contextual. So small businesses are getting capital where they already operate. So the line between fintech and banking is disappearing. So this is exactly how modern financial systems evolve, quietly then all at once. Ooh, quietly then all at once. That's been getting tweeted out a lot lately. So when payments, lending, and banking merge, capital moves faster, access expands, friction drops, and legacy systems get bypassed. So PayPal is positioning itself at the center of small business finance, not the edge. So yeah, here we go. So PayPal basically doing what Stripe doing.
Yeah. I see that's what they're doing, especially for.
That's probably where they got the idea from.
Yeah. Knox is huge for the businesses, and I know a lot of people don't like PayPal because they lock up your bread for a certain amount of
they
period.
be doing a whole lot. I hope they fix that. I hope they fix it because they're annoying.
I mean, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. A lot of these players, they're gonna have to fix all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why somebody bought something on Saturday and the money don't clear till Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. Like, it don't make sense no more for that stuff to be happening when we got all this technology that's here right now. So PayPal, PayPal is gonna definitely they're gonna stick around however they got a mean to stick around, just like Visa do. So I ain't surprised, but I know how PayPal be rolling, man. They be locking jokers' money up for like 90 days sometimes.
Yeah, no, they do. They be on
Which is crazy.
They be on that type time though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Gang. So yeah, y'all. So that was pretty much it though. Definitely wanted to touch on PayPal. I did see that news right before I had came up. So but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what we had for today. So we did do the raffle. We did get the raffle link going. So that is in the description. It's in the link in the bio over here on TikTok on Linktree. It's in the Linktree as well on YouTube. So the raffle is up. So let me actually pull the link up real quick. All right. Hopefully it loads up. Jesus. Can't stand sometime the internet. All right, cool. So here we go right here. So the BlockNation raffle draw. So the drawing is gonna be on December 22nd. So yeah, we're excited to launch a community fundraiser raffle to support this mission. This raffle will have 5 winners. It will have 5 winners. So each one will receive lifetime access to our new community Patreon. So no monthly fees ever. 1 month free to our DeFi Patreon and free access to our classes and workshops on crypto, DeFi, and wealth strategies for the entire 2020 for the entire year in 2026. So the drawings are going to be on 12/22/2025. So it's just $25, but yeah, that's just to give people an opportunity to at least get into the community for free, get a month free in the Patreon so y'all can see how it is. And then of course you'll get those classes for free all next year. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So for those that's interested in the raffle, the link for that is in the bio. We also have a class coming up. This is for newbies or people who just need a refresher. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, for newbies or people that just need a refresher. So the new financial system masterclass. So that class is going to be on December 21st, 2025. So yeah, this class is going to be about really, we're going to be talking about utility assets and kind of going in depth with those. We may have a very, very special guest. When I confirm it, I will let y'all know who that very, very special guest may be for this class. And I think when we announce this special guest, a lot of y'all going to probably run to it. But but yeah, we have a very, very special guest for this class. Once I can get confirmation, I got y'all. But yeah, this is going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern, like normal. But yeah, this class is going to be talking about what utility assets actually are. Again, this is for beginners or people who just need to brush up on the information. So what utility coins actually are, why 2026 is the beginning of the utility era. The top categories, so about ISO tokens, the layer 1 settlement networks, tokenization platforms. So yeah, how tokenization is replacing the banking rails, because a lot of people keep hearing the word tokenization, but you know what I'm saying, they don't really know what it is, or they you know what I'm saying, people just need a better understanding. So yeah, this is just to kind of explain it in a way where people can understand, so people can understand the magnitude of the investments that they're in and the opportunity that they're in right now, so that people will value what they're invested in a little bit more, so people don't get caught up in selling too early because they really didn't truly understand what they were invested in and what truly was transpiring. So yeah, we're gonna do that class on December 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure y'all tap into that class, especially newbies. So yeah, but other than that, man, make sure y'all tap into the community. Make sure y'all get into our Patreon, either DeFi or the community or both, whatever. But we got 2 Patreons, DeFi, and then the BlockNation community Patreon. So yeah, we hope to see all y'all in there. But other than that, we're gonna see y'all tomorrow. All right, we're gonna see y'all tomorrow. But yeah, make sure y'all tap into that raffle though. That way, so you get an opportunity to get classes for free and all that good stuff. So all right, y'all.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Peace.